on a small play, and we're reading it as you would read a radio script. Easier for us. Right, no event in history can be cut off without leaving vital strands of the fabric of that period. So it is with the tragic events of August the 11th, 1911 in Llanelli. We return to a period of time at the turn of the 19th century, now referred to as the period of great unrest. Some historians believe it was the closest Britain came to a revolution. Historians of the establishment always refer to this period as the Golden Edwardian Age. Nevertheless, a year after these civil rebellions all over Britain, a motion to create a citizens' army was put forward at the mighty Trades Union Congress. Suffice to say, the motion was defeated, but not before accumulating hundreds of thousands of votes. Therefore, tonight we do not begin with the Llanelli Riots, which were a similar event, because the social fabric has a cleaner connection with a less well-known incident, which highlighted the spread of unrest and protest even into the garrisons of the army. An incident which attracted the support of trade unionists from Llanelli some months earlier. The imprisonment of the first soldier court-martialed in peacetime at Swansea.
A century of struggle for each man's son, for each woman's daughter, for everyone's right. A heartfelt cry that each one most fight. For that moment of glory, that incident of crime, as when the stars exploded and gave birth to mankind. Soldiers and steelworkers on a trip in time, in a decade of sin, a moment of glory facing a lifetime of regret of what may have been. Welders and dole queuers, in for a penny, for a pound, all the way to glory, left in the gutter of wealth for a prize lost in money. Memories of friendship, messages of love, joined in campaigns of happiness by guts of wrath. Heart bruised by oppression, heartache that recalls one class robbing another, bloodshed by law, a moment in life, before you were born. A century of struggle for each man's son, for each woman's daughter, for everyone's right. A heartfelt cry that each one most fight, for that moment of glory, that incident of crime, as when the stars exploded and gave birth to mankind.
High Street Station, Swansea, July 1911, morning. A crowd of 5,000 greet an armed carriage from Oystermouth Jail. The drummer and his escort, in full uniform, leave the carriage and make their way to the railway station. The drummer wears his scarlet band uniform with pouch. No stranger could guess that he was departing for a military prison, the first volunteer sentenced under court-martial. He smiles broadly as he answers the numerous salutations and encouraging sallies of his friends. On the platform, his father, brother and young son. The latter seems the only one affected by emotion. As he bids his father goodbye, he bursts into tears. The drummer speaks encouragingly and brightly to him. A reporter interviews him.
Your sentence is 14 days, isn't it?
That's so.
Is that the remission of the man's sentence taken into account what you have done already?
Oh no, just 14 days, but this date's from last Tuesday.
That's the date of the trial, of course, and only 11 days, a month all told.
That's it.
Later. How do you feel?
Oh, all right, all right.
Civil riots are rampant in the country, and a parliamentary ruling may be used to allow volunteers to be drafted. Would you take up arms if ordered by the military?
I'll be in prison, but I couldn't against my own family, so why my neighbours? Some men will, no doubt, such is their order and training.
The drummer's friends rush forward for a last hand clasp. With difficulty they are kept back as the train moves off.
"Stick it, Bill!"
Shouts one, and this is re-echoed by several others. One friend holds up a little brown terrier for the drummer to shake its paws and offers a piece of the sandwich he is eating. As the train steams out of the station, Mr. Matt Giles, the well-known independent Labour Party man, gets onto a railway trolley. Raising his hat, he shouts,
"Now, boys, 3 cheers for Bill!
Hip hip! Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
The crowd waving banners gave the 3 cheers lustily, and the drummer replied by vigorously waving his hand through the carriage window. A man in the crowd holds a sign demanding an 8-hour day. The man is John Francis.
Who are you and what's your name?
I'm a tinplate worker from Llanelli. My name's John Francis.
From Llanelli? What for?
Well, it's the mood everyone's in. It's exciting. I could run anywhere.
John Francis waves his banner excitedly.
Back Garden, Llanelli, August the 19th, 1911, Saturday afternoon. John Francis sits on a box reading a newspaper. John, another tin plater, is alongside him, kicking and juggling a football of rags and paper. Francis is 24 years old, and John is 21. At the back of the garden is a wall where J. Henry 19 stands looking over with about 6 others further along. The other side of the wall is a railway embankment where a train has been halted by strikers who are being confronted by armed soldiers. The noise of the train and the shouts and jeers of the crowd are heard in the background. It is the first day of the official national railway strike, and placards with their demands of an 8-hour day, 2 shillings a week rise, and bank holidays can be seen. Leonard Wurzel comes through the kitchen door. He is an unemployed labourer from Penge, London, aged 20, who unknowingly has consumption. Wurzel carries a wash bowl and proceeds to undress and wash himself as the scene develops. He begins by filling the bowl from the cold water tap and placing it on the table. Hanbury picks up John's football of paper and rags.
Jesus, this is heavy. What is that?
A piece of pig iron gives it weight, strengthens my leg muscle. Those leather footballs are heavy, especially when the grass is wet.
Who do you play for then?
Black watch, just. Getting harder with more time off. Players are practicing more, see?
Hey, listen to this, boys.
I will have to. You're the only one who can read the damn thing. Either we win or we don't. No reading's going to change that.
This is from the Liverpool Express. 2 strikers were killed up there by the 18th Hussars 2 days ago.
I didn't know that.
Listen, today a new military order has been given. An order had been issued by the commanding officer that the men, when called upon to shoot, must shoot to kill. It is feared that firing over the heads of the people may involve the lives of innocent persons and will, moreover, give heart to the rioters. The soldiers have therefore been ordered to waste no bullets, to pick out the ringleaders in any disturbance and shoot to kill.
Churchill loves us, doesn't he?
Hang on. With regards to military charges, the men have been told to refrain from using the point of the bayonet or sabre.
Hooray!
Listen, will you? Until the rioters show a disregard for the cold steel. It will thus be shown that the situation is a desperate one.
Ooh.
And if rioting is resumed,
Aye.
the rioters may regard themselves as under sentence of death.
Oh.
was said by union officials. A short, sharp battle, he said, at the Trades Council meeting. Hundreds of colliers are expected to flood Llanelli tonight. And it's only the first day of the strike. Not a trade unionist will be working.
Hooray!
Shut up, will you? This is serious.
Look, I've been watching the soldiers in the crowd all morning. They've got blank cartridges. This is good fun.
It's the English's fault, coming here and pinching our jobs. The railway owners are all English, never been to Wales, most of them.
It's the English's fault now, is it? It used to be the Irish. I've been out of work for months. You may be on strike for an 8-hour day of work that gives you an appetite. But I've had a 24-hour day starving for a meal. And Englishmen starve the same as an Irishman or a Welshman. And if I don't get rid of this cough, I'll never last a day at any job.
Stop arguing, all of you. We're all in the same boat.
Don't drop the boat.
Stay united
and we'll win.
and we will.
Railway embankment behind the garden wall Llanelli Saturday afternoon. The crowd continued to throw bricks and stones at the soldiers in the train. Action reaches a climax on the embankment.
You must listen to reason. For goodness sake, do stop this work or life will be lost. Get a magistrate. I want the riot act read.
The crowd are jovial. Some start singing Sospan Fach in a chanting way.
Embankment behind wall Llanelli, Saturday afternoon. Meanwhile, Major Stewart has come down the railway embankment to the line of armed soldiers. A soldier is struck a severe blow by a piece of pole. They stand only 15 yards from the wall. A brick hits a soldier in the face, one of whom remarks, "I'll have one of those down now." 2 magistrates arrive and read the Riot Act. The magistrates finish reading the Riot Act. Major Stewart fires his revolver in the air. He orders 4 men to load their rifles.
Back garden Llanelli Saturday afternoon.
Blood cartridges don't frighten us.
Behind the garden wall, people maintain constant shouts. John Francis puts down his newspaper and goes to the wall. John and Hanbury jump up and down with the rest of the crowd. Leonard Wurzel wipes himself with a towel. The cracks of rapid rifle shots are heard. Wurzel turns and walks to the wall. Sounds of more shots. Hanbury suddenly ducks down and runs towards the outside toilet. A bullet takes his finger off, and onwards the bullet strikes John standing behind him in the chest. He drops his football. Another bullet hits John in the stomach and he falls to the ground. John Francis is hit in the neck and chest by bullets. Leonard Wurzel takes a bullet in the stomach. He walks back a few paces in a leisurely way and falls, dead.
Newspaper headline, August 21st, 1911. Man shot dead. Revolt ends. Churchill, Home Secretary, calls for the end of picketing. Deserted story of shooting. Thousands of troops guard rails.
In the barricade, the furnaces run cold. Colliers came to help the railmen hold the hope of 2 shillings on their pay. More came in the wake of the murderers, a train of its cargo it was shown, but 600 soldiers bayonets flashed with the glint of Churchill's scorn. Little saucepans boiled in the heat of their need, defying the laws of the bourgeois creed, opposing the master's savage greed, defying the soldiers, defying the soldiers, defying the soldiers with the blood of sauce.
noticed some men throwing things. They were standing almost behind each other and bobbed down after each shot at us. We could only see the upper parts of their bodies because the garden wall kept breast high to them. When the volley was fired, 5 of our men took part in it. Our bullets are of an elongated shape with nickel tops, and they have a big drilling power. They make a clean shot and at close range would easily pass through the bodies of 3 men standing one behind the other. A man has been known to walk 16 paces after one of those bullets passed through him.
Llanelli, remember courage, remember the reason why men came in their thousands, why young men had to die. They came with a vision, the end of oppression and need, and the blood of the young men was a scatter of socialist seed. From August of 1911, the fury is echoing still, at the deaths of young Wurzel and poor John, 2 links with the past we can't sever. Just one lifetime away from state murder, one of Churchill's fanatical whims, let's remember the bare bones of angry men's needs, prepared to be counted together. No wastage of lead was the order to the troops of Worcesters and Lancs. Let each bullet take life from this riotous scum. Our power will endure forever. In liberty's name had gathered an end of oppression their aim, and the state awarded the shedding of blood as fair pay for past toil and endeavour. Llanelli, remember courage. Remember the reason why men came in their thousands, why young men had to die. They came with a vision, the end of oppression and need, and the blood of the young men was a scatter of socialist seed. Thank you.